We have been so shocked at how much there is to do and see in Skopje, so much so that we have made 2 videos of our day here. If you want to see the first part of our day, click here to see our last video. Otherwise, we're going to keep on exploring this amazing and crazy city. We're going to go one more place before we stop for lunch. So we're walking just down the street to the Museum of the City of Skopje.
The museum is inside an old rail station, and on the front there's this massive clock. And something really interesting about the clock is, since there was the earthquake in, I think, 1963, a lot of the buildings around here were destroyed, and this rail station was partially destroyed, and the clock is actually still at the time when the earthquake occurred, because it was broken when the earthquake occurred. So really fascinating tidbit of information.
I think it was set there. I don't think it just stopped. I think they like purposefully set it there.
Oh, that may be why.
I guess we don't know for sure either way, but I would assume that would be too big of a coincidence, and they set it to the time.
Well, I thought it broke.
I don't know. Maybe we'll find out in the museum. Apparently, this is also free entry. That museum was nowhere near what I was expecting for it. It's really cool. The first part, I was getting a little bit let down because it just kind of went through, in the first room, it just kind of went through all of the sites of this city, like all of the main sites, almost like what you would expect reading through a blog or a travel guide of researching what to do when you get here, what to see. But then past that, we went into the next room, and we did see, so we saw a clock that was an original clock from that building, I think, from the rail station. And it was also set to the time of the earthquake, so I think we got our answer of the clock on the outside was set, I think, and it didn't just coincidentally stop and break at that time. But then after that, we went through and we saw it had a room set up of a bunch of archeological findings from different periods in this era, from different periods in this region. And that one made everything worth it. It was crazy. It had stuff, it had pottery and things.
Sewing needles from like the Neolithic era, like
2,000 years BC. It was crazy. I've never seen stuff that old, I don't think. It was just so wild, and it showed like stuff from 2,000 to 3,000 years BC up to, and it just like kept getting more recent, and you can see the progression in the tools and in the pottery, and just it was so cool. I love that part of it. I've been super surprised that nowhere that we've been so far has had an entry fee. I don't know if they add an entry fee in peak season because it is mid-October right now, but I've been very surprised, and I think we've seen some really great things, and they've all been free. We have gone full around this construction site trying to find this restaurant for lunch.
This food better be good.
Google Maps has not been very helpful here. I think we finally found it though. Is this it?
Oh yeah.
Yay! So this is new. We're reading through the menu, and we found jellied meat.
I think it sounds good. I think it sounds good.
I don't know what jellied meat is. It's $2, $2 US. I don't know what that means.
It's gotta be a bad translation.
I mean, yeah, but I don't know what it could be trying to translate. That's so funny. Jellied meat.
So we're starting out, we of course had to get the Shopska scallop. It's a massive mound of cheese on top of tomatoes and cucumbers, and it's such a good mix of flavors.
Oh, I can smell the onions. I don't think there were onions in the last one we had.
It's good. The cheese is so good. It's so light, like melts in your mouth. It's just such a good salad. Our waiter here is so nice. He's been talking about how he really wants to move to America and be a waiter there. Yeah, it's just a really fun experience. We've had a lot of good interactions with our waiter, and it's a fun lunch already, even though we haven't started. We both got cheese-filled things. One of them is a meat patty filled with cheese, and then one of them is a chicken patty filled with cheese. This is gonna be so filling and so good. It's definitely very different from the cucumber and tomato appetizer we had, and I think it's gonna be so good. We're so full.
That's a huge patty. That's massive. This little kitty is coming up to us at the restaurant, and we learned that if you put your hand out, if you put your hand out, like cup it, she'll just, I missed it. Just run your face right into your hand. Look. Just wanting some pets. So sweet. This is the neediest cat I've ever met.
She's attacking me.
Well, that was just one of my favorite meal experiences we've had in a while. That was so much fun. Our waiter was so nice. We talked with him so much, and he was the best. He was the greatest. This place is a little bit hard to find because it's literally just in the middle of all this construction on a back road, and Google Maps was not nice to us. But I will leave the name on the screen right here. I don't remember the name of it right now, but
Kuka.
Oh, yeah.
Kuka.
Okay. The food was great. The people were great. The cats were so sweet. So it was great. So now we're gonna head to the old side of town. The Bridge of Art. Look how massive this building is behind it. All of these buildings are so crazy huge.
Yeah, seriously, everything just feels like it's scaled up a little bit.
Yeah. I love how all of these bridges are just totally different. Like this one behind me has a totally different style than the one that we're on. The one on the other side of here kind of looks similar to the one that we're on, but then past that is the stone bridge, and then past that is the bridge that I don't know how to pronounce that we accidentally walked across earlier. They're just, I don't know. I love this place right now. I'm so happy that we're here experiencing this town. I feel like now that we're right underneath it, the camera can better show how massive this is. As well as everything else on both sides.
These pillars are so massive.
Seriously. I wish the camera could...
Does it not show it well?
I don't know. I feel like it's just not the same as standing right beneath them.
I'm shorter than the base of the pillar.
Yeah.
At the start of the day, we mentioned how there are really two parts of Skopje, the old and the new side of town. The new side of town was pretty much completely destroyed by the earthquake in the 60s, and it's been completely rebuilt over the last few decades since then. Then there's the old side of town, and it seems like it wasn't destroyed quite as much from the earthquake. So we're gonna be heading there now, but this right behind us is actually the bridge that combines the two, or joins the two.
I cannot believe how quickly after crossing the bridge, this just feels like a totally different place. The feeling on this side of the bridge is immediately different. It's so crazy. That was the coolest transition I've ever seen anywhere. I so badly wish we budgeted more time today for this side of the city. This is such a cool place. And even this side of town, like, we're gonna only be able to be here for a few more hours because the sun is already setting. And I just wish we had so much more time in this side of town. We came to this market, which we were both super excited to see. It seems really cool, and it's kind of what we've been looking for as far as these kind of markets go. And it's closing because we got here too late. So we may not be seeing nearly as much on this side of town than we thought we were going to, because we just waited until too long in the day to get over here. So that's a bummer, but we're still gonna try to find some stuff to do over here. There's still a good bit going on in here, even though a lot of it's closing down. We we definitely didn't get the full market experience, but we did get some fruit.
There was a ton of fruit in there, and it all looked really good.
And they didn't seem to be closing, so we didn't feel like we were stopping them from anything.
We got some plums and a pomegranate, so we're super excited to eat that. Hopefully they don't get crushed on the bus, but...
Yeah. It's so empty down here.
I'm honestly really surprised it's this empty. It's a Friday night.
That's true. It is a Friday night.
And this is like one of the main parts of town.
Maybe it's one street over, because there were a good bit of people out drinking and getting food and stuff on the street that we walked to the market from. So maybe we just chose the wrong street to walk back.
We may have to get some baklava and Turkish coffee or something.
I don't know what it is, but there have been an absurd amount of bridal and jewelry shops all over this I don't even know, was it the whole town or is it just this half? I don't even remember, but especially here, they're everywhere. That's like the 3rd or 4th bridal thing we've seen. And seriously, everything around us right now is jewelry. That's loud. Seriously, every single shop is jewelry right now. It has been every shop for like 7 of them.
When I think of a bazaar, I normally think of like very mismatched and like a bunch of different storefronts and things that like they're just like all it's just kind of a mess. But apparently at the beginning of this bazaar, they actually made it a very big point to make all of the shops the exact same size, so that there was no thought of like discrimination between the different ethnic groups. And so all of the shop sizes are the exact same size, which I thought was really cool.
I also forgot until you said that. I think it said that originally each street was like its own category of shop. So I guess maybe the jewelry and bridal street has stayed that way. That's funny. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I read that it isn't quite as much like that anymore. But
that street seems like it.
Yeah, that street was literally all one thing.
We had baklava for lunch, but we just couldn't resist stopping for one more, especially since so many things are closed. That's so sweet. That's just straight amplified sugar.
And you just lick the fork.
Yeah, it's gonna be sweet. So we've had baklava like 20 times this trip, but we got another dessert which is called tulumba, which we haven't seen before. I mean, I feel like it's gonna be the same. It's covered in syrup. It looks like a churro. Like look inside it. The consistency looks like a churro.
Yeah, it does.
This is gonna be. I don't know why I did that. I just scooped up more sugar. Tastes pretty much the same as baklava, because I think all you taste in these desserts is the sugar. This is syrup, and I just spit some on myself. Other than the texture and like the type of dough used, I really don't know if there's a huge difference from baklava. Like they're two of the absolute sweetest desserts I've ever had in my life. And yeah, I think if you like one, you'll probably like the other.
This time we got some tea to cancel it out a little bit, hopefully. But it's too hot to drink now.
There actually is a big difference now that I've had it back to back. I feel like the baklava has more, like, it's an almond dessert, is that right?
Yeah.
With the tulumba, I don't really taste nuts, I don't think. I don't know how to describe that though.
It's just like the same syrupy flavor without the nuts, so it's like somehow less healthy.
Yeah, it's just dough and sugar, that's all.
Well, we were just gonna head back and get some work done because we had to leave really early in the morning, but we remembered that we have quite a bit of cash left and we're leaving the country tomorrow, so we really have no use for it. We're really full. We ate lunch really late and we just had some more baklava and we weren't expecting to eat any food, but I guess we'll split something. There's got to be some stuff around here, even though it's kind of closing down, but yeah, I guess we'll stop ourselves.
So we stopped at pretty much the first restaurant we passed, and this one who just said how stuck we were tried to order a big portion. One of the things we just ordered.
It was the salad. The thing was just like cucumbers and tomato. It's not that bad.
We'll see if we finish our food.
We need to use our money. We're still gonna have like over $10 left.
Yeah, We'll see.
Looks like it's still boiling. It's not.
No, it's just because I'm shaking the table.
I want my food now.
So, we've had this dish several times this week, and it's called... What's it called?
Tavcha Grafcha.
Tavcha Grafcha. Is that right?
Excellent.
Yeah? Okay.
Excellent.
And we've been ordering it because it's been fantastic everywhere that we've gone. And we didn't know until yesterday, I think, that this is actually the national dish. And so we've been doing great eating traditionally by having this bowl of beans. Like, look at this. Oh, do you see that film that I just like, oh, that just changed it so much. This is a lot more soupy than the ones we've had, as opposed to the like, creamier ones.
Devastating.
They've been great everywhere. I'm happy to continue eating the national dish.
Chomp, 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 chomp.
This one's definitely a different flavor than any of the ones that we've had so far, but it's still really good. It's a lot soupier. I think I prefer the creamier ones, but it's still really good. Ooh, the good thing about the creamier ones is this one's great for the bread. It's soak it right up. Man, that tastes very greasy.
Well, if we weren't stuffed before, we definitely are now.
Yeah. The one who wanted the big salad made me eat most of that.
Unfortunately, we didn't really do the Old Town justice. By the time we got here, it was pretty much closed, and so we really didn't get to experience like the spice market and things like that we were really excited for. But it was still really cool, and we would definitely recommend coming here if you can. We just
earlier in the
I
day.
know. I'm so sad.
I'm so shocked. It's seriously, it's 7. It's not even 7:30 on Friday, and most things were closed.
Yeah,
I'm so
we were
shocked.
not expecting that at all.
Yeah.
But
Maybe in the newer side of town it'll be more lively, but yeah, I'm surprised.
yeah, so we're gonna end the video here. We wish we had another day here. We recommend getting more than one full day in Skopje. But yeah, it's been a great day, and we'll see you in the next video.